Okay, we're on. So, guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be speaking to so many other coach leaders in the world of Team Beachbody. I know I have not met most of you. Some of you I have, and some of you I've spoken to on the phone. So before I jump into what I want to share with you this evening, I thought I'd start by giving you a little bit of my background and how I got to where I am in the world of fitness. So it all began really back in 1986 when my mother opened up her first gym, and I was in high school at the time. And so since then, long story short, what has become a family-owned business has evolved through the years. We've owned and operated a number of health clubs during the course of the past 30 years, and now we've got it really dialed into a huge Gold's Gym franchise location in Newburgh, New York. It's a 73,000 square foot gym that's owned by my mother and me. We have over 11,000 members, and we're going gangbusters. It's fantastic. Now, my involvement with Beachbody began in 2012. I became a coach in January of 2012, and at that time, I was a master trainer for Les Mills International with the programs Body Pump and Body Combat. So, like, fitness is in my blood. I grew up in it. I love it. I've experienced it from pretty much every angle there is, and I've done all kinds of programs. But I was approached by a number of different coaches in the world of Team Beachbody when Les Mills teamed up with Beachbody, as many of you remember, to bring Combat and Pump to the Beachbody world. And I thought that was really cool, but I didn't know anything about Beachbody other than P90X and Insanity. That's all I knew about Beachbody. So I was kind of like, why is this company, Beachbody, teaming up with Les Mills and vice versa? Why is Les Mills teaming up with Beachbody? And then it kind of, I realized, okay, this is cool. Les Mills, which is primarily known for their group fitness programs in gyms, they are trying to get their programs to the consumer world. They want to create more brand awareness and more awareness around their programs. So I thought that was pretty cool. I said, you know what, I'm going to become a coach because of that. I knew a lot of people that couldn't get to the gym who knew I was a Body Pump and Body Combat trainer, and they would often reach out to me for help. I couldn't really help them if they weren't coming to the gym, and I felt, well, here's a way that I could recommend the program in which I'm a trainer and give them some support. Then I was introduced to Shakeology and Ultimate Reset and everything else that came with being a Team Beachbody coach. And as I really started to understand the quality of the nutrition programming that this company was putting out, I decided to look a lot harder at the fitness plans because, again, I'm a gym guy. I've always been a gym guy. And to me, if you were going to get in shape, you had to go to the gym to do that. You weren't going to get in shape working out at home. So I started to look at the programs, and I started doing P90X. I started doing Insanity, so on and so forth. And I ended up concluding after a year that Beachbody has what I consider to be some of the highest quality pathways in the world for getting fit when it comes to exercise and nutrition. So here I was in this position of going, holy crap, this company that I'm involved with now as a coach has some of the best fitness plans in the world, yet they're not like being used in gyms. And so they came out with the P90X certification, and I was like, bingo, this is where I can get fitness professionals on board with this opportunity. This is a way that they can help more people above and beyond the four walls of their gyms. Here's a way that we can bring in Beachbody programming via live formats into the gyms. It just kind of all started to make sense to me. So I reached out to a lot of people, and I quickly grew my business. I knew a lot of people in the industry. I signed up a lot of fitness professionals and very quickly ramped myself up to 6-star diamond. Now, during the past year and a half, and I'm just going to put it out there, like as it is now, I'm not the elite coach. I'm not the Success Club All-Star, Success Club legend. But I do have a 6-figure income coach business. And it's really been through my ability to coach and train and lead other coaches in my downline on how to grow their businesses depending on the situation they're in, be it, are they in a gym? Are they the stay-at-home mom, depending on who the person is, I've been able to coach and train them. And that has, in effect, grown my business to what it is today. My wife and I team the business. So I've kind of kept to myself with respect to the feelings that I have about Beachbody and the way its relationship has evolved with the health club industry. And I've always had these thoughts and feelings that it could be a lot better than it is. And now with the introduction of on-demand and what is possible, I just felt that the time had come for me to really speak out in a way that I'm hopeful that not only the coach leaders who are here tonight, but the people who hear the recording, and more importantly, the corporate leaders, Carl, Jeff, Michael, the leaders that be, to perhaps consider a new world of opportunity that I don't think is being tapped into the way it should be when it comes to bridging these worlds of the health club industry and Team Beachbody. And I think it's because of the fact that the people involved with Beachbody and the leaders of Beachbody are not from the health club industry background. And at the same token, you have the health club industry leaders, the owners and the managers in the health club industry that are almost like Beachbody, voodoo, no way, because they don't understand it. They don't really know what is going on behind Team Beachbody and its growth and how it's affecting so many people in a positive way. They just hear the messages that resonate from above with respect to you don't need a gym when you can get involved with Beachbody fitness programs. That messaging is causing a breakdown of what I think is an incredibly synergistic relationship that's not being embraced. So what I want to share with you this evening are hopefully some ideas and strategies and insights and facts as to why this relationship between these two incredible fitness worlds should really be united to create, call it a system that's going to help so many millions of more people. It's going to create an abundance of business opportunity for the coaches and for Beachbody. And it's also going to help improve the business of health club owners. Because here's the reality of it, okay? You have this theme, if you will, that often resonates from Beachbody about our workout programs can be done at home. You can do these at home, and it's always about at home. Now, there has been a shift somewhat in the direction of you can do these workouts in a gym as well, but that is few and far between that we're really hearing that driving message from corporate. And I think what they have to understand and realize is not everybody wants to work out at home. And granted, the fitness programs of Beachbody make it easy for people to do that. The reality is a lot of people choose to work out in a gym because working out at home is not a motivating place for them. It's also not a place where a lot of people, especially people who live in apartments and small studios, so let's talk about the inner cities, apartments and small studios can have fitness equipment, pull-up bars and dumbbells and things of that nature. It creates a cluttered environment. It's not conducive to exercise. So many people choose to be in the gym world. And I call the gym world the third place. People they live at home, they go to work, and then they have their third place where they go and just kind of unplug and de-stress. And that's their local gym or fitness center. There's energizing environments, there's camaraderie, there's social bonds that are formed within their communities. And so people go to their gyms not only because they're going to get their fitness results, but also because of the social community and the energizing environments that are provided there. 55 million people now belong to gyms or health clubs. That's 17% of the U.S. population. Now, where there's such an opportunity for these two worlds to come together is in the fact that the health club industry is currently ranked among the worst in the world when it comes to customer retention. And we see it every year, time and time again. We have millions of people who in January have good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape. What do? They join their local gym and they come in, they're fired up to get started. They start doing what they think they should do for a period of time. Maybe they get some results, but often they plateau. They get frustrated. They don't really have a plan. They meander, and then they often quit. And again, for that reason, the health club industry is ranked among the worst in the world for customer retention. And I know for a fact it's because a lot of the people don't have a plan when they go to their gym. They go to their gym, they sign up, they buy the membership, and it's just like, okay, have at it. And unless they're doing personal training, group training, or classes of some kind, they're often lost. And again, they do what they think they should do for a period of time. They do the same thing over and over. They get bored, they plateau, they quit. They never had a real plan. Beachbody On Demand is such a home run for so many of those people. If gym owners only knew that that was a viable option that they could put into the hands of their members. But what's happening is many gym owners are fearful of even the thought of that concept because of the messages that we sometimes hear from above about you don't need to work out in the gym when you're doing these fitness programs. What gym owner is going to want to bring that into their health club environment? The messages that should be resonating from up top are more along the lines, or should be more along the lines, I believe, of, look, regardless of where you choose to work out, if you're trying to lose weight, regardless of where you want to exercise, be it at home, be it in your local gym, be it while you're traveling on the road, our plans provide you with the guidance you need when it comes to working out and nutrition. That's what Beachbody does. They do it better than anybody. They do it better than the majority of gyms. And that's another whole part of the equation. So, okay, so we've got this idea of plans that members can embrace in the gym world. Then we have the whole nutrition side of things that's often missed in the gym world. How many gyms have you been in that really dial you into fantastic eating plans, supplementation, healthy shakes, things of that nature? Most of the gyms you walk into, I should say a lot of them, have some type of shake bar offering. 9 times out of 10, the stuff that's being served at those shake bars is garbage. It's protein with a lot of crap in them. Additives, fillers, preservatives, you name it. Here we've got this world of Beachbody food plans that are as good as it gets. They're easy to follow. They're not diets. They help you form a healthy lifestyle around food. And then, of course, you have Shakeology, which is just the creme de la creme when it comes to that dose of nutrition that many people struggle to get through their food. So this whole world of nutrition now that we've been embracing here in our gym, and I'm sharing all these thoughts and philosophies with you in the hope that it makes sense, and it makes sense in a way that corporate can start to go, you know what, we really do need to take a look at some other initiatives and strategies that we can put out there to embrace the health club industry and stop kind of poo-pooing it. And what gets me really perplexed sometimes is the fact that Beachbody is really hot on their live formats. P90X Live, Insanity Live, Pio Live. Like, that's a big part of their initiatives for growth. But you can't expect fitness facilities all over North America to want to bring these programs in when those other messages are resonating in the infomercials or amongst other coach leaders, because that's what they're hearing from the top. We need to get along. We need to get on the page of, look, bring in the live formats because they're so effective, and they go hand in hand with the plans that the members can follow when they're not doing the classes. And even better, those plans can be done in the gym, and if they can't get to the gym, they can do it at home. It creates consistency. That's the type of messaging that if health club owners start hearing that, it becomes, well, I don't have to be afraid of my members quitting the gym because they're going to start working out at home. I can now provide my members with another tool, a very valuable, affordable tool when it comes to plans that work, that they can do in the gym. They can stream on their phone, their tablets, their laptops. And then if they can't get to the gym, they can do it at home as well. Those worlds go hand in hand. It's not one versus the other. So this is the type of message that I'm hoping is going to make sense to, a lot of the people that hear this recording. Let me share with you a bit now about our Beachbody On Demand Zone. I was so excited about this concept, and I've had so many other Gold's Gym franchise owners kind of like, what, are you crazy? Other gym owners, to the point where I'm like, maybe I am crazy, but I don't think so. I think that what we're going to try to do here in Newburgh is kind of groundbreaking in a way, because what we've done is we recently did a $2 million expansion and renovation in the gym. And because of my passion for Beachbody fitness programming and the nutrition, and we've got Shakeology cranking through the shake bar, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But because of my passion for their plans, I looked at the offering of Gold's Gym Newburgh and everything that we're currently doing to help our members get results. And the way it's structured now is the following. You have the top of the tier is personal training. That's like the creme de la creme. It's also the most expensive. People that pay for one-on-one personal training are going to be held accountable. They're going to have customized fitness plans to their individual needs. They're going to have one-on-one motivation and support. So yeah, you're probably going to get your best results through one-on-one training. A lot of people don't want to be training one-on-one. They also don't want to pay for the cost of a trainer. They can't afford to. So then we drop down to the next tier. Again, I'm talking about our gym here in Newburgh. Next tier is Alloy training. Alloy is a systemized group training program where you have groups of people following these workouts, and it's a very energizing environment, following these workouts that are led by a certified coach. So the concept is that they're sharing in the cost of the trainer. So it's more affordable, but they're still getting the accountability and the workout planning of the trainer. Then we have our GGX, what we call Gold's Group Exercise. This is where we have our whole menu of incredible classes. Most of our classes come from the company Les Mills. Those don't cost any additional money. They're part of your membership. And you can go on to lesmills.com. You can learn all about the programs and what the programs do for you physically, what you're going to achieve, all that good stuff. Then now, for the first time ever, because once you got beyond that, it was like, okay, if you're not doing any of that, you're on your own. And again, a lot of those people on their own, they flounder, they fall off. But now, for the first time ever, we've created this Beachbody on-demand training zone that says if you're a member of Gold's Gym and you choose to subscribe through Beachbody On Demand, we're going to provide you with a free coach. We're going to match you up with the fitness plan that's best suited for your current needs and your current fitness level. And not only that, you're going to have exclusive private access to a training area here in the gym that's not open to the other members. So we've carved out this area, and I'll walk out in a few minutes and I'll kind of show you the area if I can through the Zoom call, where we put shelves around the perimeter of the room. So we didn't put up TVs or anything like that. We put shelves around the perimeter of the room. And the members who subscribe to On Demand can come in with their phones, their tablets, their laptops, put them on the shelf, and have at it. They've got pull-up bars, they've got dumbbells, bands, anything they would need to successfully complete a Beachbody fitness program. So this concept of a Beachbody on-demand training zone, from a gym owner perspective, I'm going, there's no way this isn't going to be a home run. And not only that, it gives me an opportunity to help these people get results who maybe wouldn't have gotten results before because they were never going to work with a trainer. They were never going to jump into a class. Now we can get them results. We can dial them into the nutrition planning. We can encourage those that love it to consider the coach opportunity and let them know that if they refer people to the gym and other members to the on-demand zone, they're going to benefit financially. So now you're actually creating a system where you can build your Team Beachbody infrastructure through the gym. Now, I'm sharing all this with you right now in kind of high-level theory because we have not even opened that room yet. It's going to open later this week. The construction's done. The build-out is done. The signage just went up. and people are starting to inquire, what's this thing about Beachbody On Demand? I'm interested. These people love the gym, but they don't have a plan. Now they can have a plan. So I just think this is kind of the thinking that could really go a long way if even Beachbody from up top was to start getting creative with initiatives around this kind of thing for the health club industry. Different ways that the health club owners could be approached than maybe the traditional coach approach. We need to learn to bridge into this health club world in ways that haven't been done before if we stand a chance of getting thousands of fitness facility owners on board with Beachbody, but they're crazy not to, guys. I say that coming from 25 years of working out and knowing just about all the programs out there. Like, I've done it all. Beachbody is as good as it gets when you follow their plans the way they're laid out. For the gyms to not be brought into this opportunity it's a shame. And I just think it's a world that we need to embrace better than we have before. Let me see, what else did I want to share before I take a little walk into the gym with you. The nutrition obviously is a natural fit. Shakeology, I will share. Well, here, let me do a little screen share real quick. I want to show you what our shake bar looks like with our Shakeology. So bear with me. Okay, so this here is the gym. Founded back in 1989. Thank you, Mom. Actually, it was 1986 that she bought it, but then we became Gold's Gym in 1989. And I was a senior in high school when it opened in 86. So it's really grown and evolved to what it is today. Now, here's an interesting article that came out. This was, I believe, about a year and a half ago. Actually, almost 2 years ago. February 2015. Health club owners need to reevaluate their nutrition strategies. That is an understatement. The fitness, or I should say the health club industry, for the most part, is a train wreck when it comes to nutrition planning the way it should be, when it comes to healthy food plans, things like Shakeology, so on and so forth. So massive opportunity there. This is our shake bar. Our shake bar right now does about $30,000 a month in shake sales alone. So we're cranking shakes behind there all day long. And if you look here at this part of the menu, we have Shakeology embedded right into the menu. So of that shake volume that we're doing per month, we're probably at about 22% to 25% that is Shakeology sales. And to give you a little closer look. So we're doing our ready-made shakes for $7.25. And they're cranking. Now, beyond this, we have literature, the trifolds, we have informative binders about Shakeology to educate the members on why they would want to consider buying a bag, why they would want to consider going on our Home Direct program, so on and so forth. We actually sell the bags in the gym for $139.95, $10 more than the normal retail. And then we tell the members that, look, if you want to get on our Home Direct program, you can save $10 a month. It comes to your front door every month, and you're having your daily shake for $4.33. The reality is, and it's kind of strange, the reality is most people just continue to buy the bags in the gym because there's a convenience factor in that. They don't mind paying the $10 upcharge. So we're doing anywhere from, say, $4,500 to $6,000 a month in Shakeology bag sales. Now, I share this with you because imagine if we can shift our messaging with the health club world so that more gym owners come on board and embrace initiatives like this. Do you know what that does for your volume when you bring on a gym that's doing this kind of volume? So on a business level, the opportunity is tremendous. But more importantly, we're helping many, many more people because this type of nutrition is coming into the gym world. And that's the other thing I'll say about this is Shakeology, the infrastructure for Shakeology is designed for one-on-one purchases. In other words, they're selling they're sending out one bag at a time to the different consumers that are buying it on Home Direct. So with our gym, we actually had to get approval through compliance to let them know that, look, we're actually selling this amount of Shakeology. So now they're used to it. We're on an HD program where we're buying dozens of bags a month. I should say a couple dozen bags a month for our shake bar purposes. Now, even with the packaging that they're using to just put a bunch of bags into a big box, it's just an infrastructure that's not built for bulk buying. So again, I'm just throwing out these possibilities. Beachbody wants to sell more Shakeology. My God, build an infrastructure that will create more efficient packaging and, maybe sell gallon jugs or 5-gallon jugs of the powder in ways that gym owners would embrace, because right now it's just not user-friendly for the bulk buying that we're doing here in Newburgh. But as a gym owner, I'm never going to let go of this because of the goodness that it's doing for our members. So I share these stats and I share this information because I want the leaders to know that, look what's possible. And if we can get other gym owners on board with this type of system, then it's going to do a lot for all of our businesses. Let's see, what else did I have? Really the point, guys, is that, I'm just one voice in this. And I know for a lot of you, you don't come from the gym world. And it's not really perhaps your cup of tea, but you have to understand that it's a massive world of opportunity. And if other leaders in this can also share this same voice and say, look, we've got to come together and create some of these higher initiatives from the top to get on board with the health club industry so that we can talk to gym owners in a way that they're going to go, you know what? Beachbody finally understands my needs. And they're putting together messages and putting together systems that cater to my needs. That would lead to tremendous opportunity for all of us to get into this gym world. 55 million people belong to gyms, guys. So they've got this dialed in with the consumer world. At home, it's as good as it gets, and it's only going to get bigger. This is not about replacing what they're currently doing. This is about adding another whole dimension to the Beachbody offer and how it embraces the gym industry. So I want to open it up to any questions that you guys might have. And then what I'll do is I'll walk out with my computer here and I'll show you the on-demand zone and what it looks like. Let me just take a look at the chat room. Let's see. Shay, can you please share what you said the message should be again? The message for gym owners to me should be along the lines of, look, Beachbody now provides fitness plans that can be done in the gyms, at home, while people are traveling, in a way that's going to help retain your members. So member retention is a huge thing for gym owners. We lose members constantly. And again, because a lot of them don't have plans. Well, here's a way that a gym owner can offer affordable plans to their members where they can stream workouts in their gym. And for getting those people onto on-demand, they're going to be paid a generous commission. So there's a way for gym owners to actually increase what we call ancillary or non-dues revenue. Like, gym owners are all about figuring out ways to build their bottom line revenue, their bottom line income, through ways other than memberships. Like, membership income, it's difficult to remain open as a gym owner these days because of competition through membership income alone. If there are other systems and programs that are brought into a gym, that's why training is becoming so popular, that's called ancillary revenue. That's money that members will spend in the gym for other services. And that's where the gym owners are actually going to create their profitability. So here with this on-demand service, imagine a gym owner can offer on-demand to their members, and for that, they're going to be paid handsome commission from Beachbody. So they're increasing their non-dues revenue. Then if the gym owner chooses to actually build a coach team within the gym and perhaps beyond the four walls of the gym. You know, if they dive into it the way that I did, then they have another whole world of business opportunity that they're not even realizing yet. These are the messages that are just missed in gyms, because the gyms just see some of the celebrity trainers and the powers that be talking about the fact that you don't really need a gym when you can do these programs at home. So I hope that makes sense. I was told by legal that we could only sell Shakeology bags online via our retail site, only blended shakes allowed in the studio. Is that not the case? Okay, here's the rule. If you go to the coach policy and provisions, you can sell Beachbody products, any Beachbody products via retail in any establishment that has, or any business that has quote unquote private clientele. Any public place where just the public can come in and buy stuff, you cannot sell Beachbody products via retail. That's why you don't see them in vitamin shops and stores and coffee shops and places like that. Those are public establishments. But doctors' offices, gyms, yoga studios, martial arts centers, places where you have to be a member or you have to be paying a fee to even be there for the services they offer. That's where you can sell retail, which is why gyms that have shake bars or have any type of nutrition offering, they're crazy not to have this as an option. So I hope that answered your question. I don't know the exact policy or provision where it's located or what number it is, but I can dig that up for you. Who are you pushing those bag sales through? How do you structure that? Is it directly through the primary coach, aka gym, or someone on the weak leg of the gym's CBC? Yeah, that's an individual question depending on who the gym owner is. Do they have a family? There's many different ways that can be structured. And I'd be happy to share that, you know, with a one-on-one type call if somebody wanted to talk to me more about how we structured it. But that answer is individually based, depending on, again, their situation. Are there partners in the gym? Is it a single proprietor? Is it a proprietor that has family members who are part of the gym? Like, all these different factors can play into it. Question, did you say that they do single servings at the gym too, or only sell it by the bag? We sell our shakes. We sell, again, about $30,000 a month in shakes, of which 20 to 25% is Shakeology shakes. Now, our shakes, most of them go for between $5.50 and $6. Shakeology shakes are $7.25. So we're actually taking one serving of Shakeology. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 menu items. So it's always, those are the menu items for Shakeology. And our markup on our cost is roughly about 100%. So we're selling the shakes for $7.25. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Who wants to go for a walk? All right, bear with me. I just want to show you guys this this zone. I'm so pumped for this. I'll give you a quick snapshot of the gym too. So this is the main fitness floor. It's pretty cool. We got it's an indoor track that goes out, and there's a basketball court out there. So it's a very big, multifaceted it's kind of like a multifaceted sports complex. There's a pool. We've got so there's a lot going on here. So here's the outside of the on-demand room. So this is on the studio rules. I actually posted that sign on the wall, so you can actually see the rules that we laid out. And then this is the, here's the room. So we've got the shelves, put shelves under the mirrors, the dumbbells are over here, and the shelves run around the room. We've got pull-up bar, shelves along the back, another pull-up bar over there. So the room is not huge. You could probably comfortably get, I'd say easily 4, maybe 5 people in here at the same time working out with their devices streaming on the shelves. And we're going to see how it goes. But I just think that the intrigue level is already there. The members are starting to go, wow, what is this? You know, I hear about Beachbody, but I don't know what it is. And a lot of these people need a plan. So we're going to dial them in and see how it works out for them. All right? Here, actually, I'll stay here. So that's basically it, guys. I hope this makes sense, and I hope there's light bulbs going off in a way. And obviously, I feel like I'm trying to prove that this can work. You know, I want to show that this concept is going to create the perfect marriage between the health club world and Beachbody, so that we can get so many more from the fitness industry on board with what Team Beachbody has to offer. Because until there's a shift, you know, like on demand to me is the game changer. When there was DVDs and stuff like that, and I know they're still there, but the DVD thing kind of prevented this from being possible. But now that we have the on-demand streaming, I think there's this new world that's opening up that can lead to a lot of good things. So that's basically it. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and fire away. And I'm happy to connect with anybody individually as well. Here, if you want to raise your hand too, I can unmute you. Sorry guys, hold on one second.
I'm sorry. You got these dumbbells, people? I know they're able.
Yeah, these are actually good. You can use them right now. You're taking them out of the room?
Yeah, I saw a dog like do a circle with legs for goblet squats. But you know, it's all good.
Okay. All right. Alicia, did you have a question? I'm just looking at the chat box, guys, for questions. Question from Carolyn. What would you say to a gym owner who thinks that this Beachbody thing is taking away from their biz and clients? I know you explained how you integrate it, but what would you say to combat that objection? I've had that conversation with multiple owners, and the first question I asked them is, I said, how do you feel that it takes away your clients? And their fear is that if people get a taste, if people in the gym get a taste of following a Beachbody fitness program, that they'll quit the gym. But I go back to my original point that out of 10 people who need a plan that currently go to a gym, if 10 of them started following a Beachbody fitness program through streaming in their gym, I don't think you're going to have the majority of them saying, I'm quitting the gym and just doing this at home, because people want to be in a gym when they're exercising. That's just the reality of it. No matter how good a fitness program is, they don't want to work out at home. That goes for a lot of people. Now, let's say that out of those 10 people who started streaming a fitness program in their gym, 3 of them decide, I don't need the gym anymore. I can do this at home. The other 7, because they started following a plan in their gym, Those 7 are going to get better results. Because they're going to get better results, the last thing they're going to do is leave their gym. If anything, they're going to be thankful to the gym. They're going to want to keep coming. They're also going to refer people to that service that's being provided by the gym. So any negative impact that a couple people leaving the gym might have is going to be far outweighed by the positive impact of people getting results, improving their retention, and referring more people to that service in the gym. That's how I would have that conversation with the owners. Let's see. Can you share now or later this week great questions to ask gym owners to get them thinking about holes in their business so we can lead them to our value? Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I could do that. What about the coach you said your members are provided with? Is that you or different members on your team? Yeah, it's both. So this is what's happened thus far. On my staff, obviously I'm a coach. My mother's a coach. My wife. We have 2 managers that are coaches, and we have one of our instructors who is a coach. We have several more personal trainers who, and this is where I'm thoroughly impressed by Trina Gray and what she's created, and Vito Lafata. I mean, the models that they've built are phenomenal. We, with our trainer team, our trainers have kind of been shying away from the Beachbody thing because, again, like most gym owners, they don't understand it. Now that we've created this on-demand zone, they're starting to raise their eyebrows a bit more to go, okay, maybe I need to get on board with this. Because what trainers and fitness professionals often don't understand, and this is going to kind of show them the way, they don't understand that there's a difference between training and coaching. When you train somebody, you're with them face-to-face. You're taking them through a workout. You're giving them a good training session. When you provide coaching services, that's what we do as Beachbody coaches. You guys know what you do as coaches. A lot of trainers have failed to discover that world. And so these types of initiatives, I believe, will open their eyes to what is possible with having more people to help, expanding their influence beyond the 4 walls of the gym, so on and so forth. So yeah, the people who are signing up here in the gym are going to sign up with me as their coach, with my wife, with either of our 2 managers, and the ones who are active as coaches. What we won't allow, we will not allow somebody to become a coach and simply sign people up for the service and send them on their way. And I'm going to make that very clear to the staff that if you want to be on board with being a coach and utilizing this on-demand zone, you're going to be a coach. You're going to provide that support and help that these people need. And obviously we'll educate them and show them how to do that using challenge groups, social media, so on and so forth. Let's see, would you have any special tips or advice for any of us who aren't gym owners to get face time with a gym or studio owner and how to specifically or especially mentor them to phase this into their programming? In your signage, it says it has to be a Beachbody customer signed up through the gym or a coach of the gym, right? How do you approach clientele who is a customer or coach of someone else? Is that a moot point if they're a gym member? That's a really good question. So this has already happened. We had somebody who was an existing Beachbody customer. She had just upgraded to on-demand. And she said, I want to be in the on-demand zone. First question I asked was, who is your coach? Who's your Beachbody coach? She said, what are you talking about? I said, did you ever get in touch with, or did anybody from Beachbody ever get in contact with you, your coach? Her answer was no. So of course I said, okay, to be assigned to us as your coach, this is the number you're going to call. Now, if she had said to me, oh, I've got an awesome coach, and my coach has been great, she's helping me, so on and so forth. If I know that this person has a good working relationship with their coach, the last thing that I'm going to do is suggest that they leave that person, and we will give them permission to use the on-demand zone at the gym. So that's how we're going to approach it. Jamie, the first part of your question, would you have any special tips or advice for any of us who aren't gym owners? Yeah, and again, it's basically taking what I'm sharing here. It's the biggest thing to me when you're talking to a gym owner is talk to me now about your nutrition programming. What are you doing to help your members when it comes to their food planning and supplementation? A lot of gym owners aren't doing anything. So when you look at things like Portion Fix, like the Portion Fix eating plan is the official nutrition platform that we endorse here at Gold's Gym in Newburgh. And then obviously Shakeology. But just getting into that world of nutrition with the gyms is where you're going to probably find a lot of opportunity. Most gyms are good at one thing. They're good at showing people how to exercise. They're good at providing classes. They're good at providing training. They fall down in the world of nutrition because they don't have systems. They don't have ongoing coaching. Short of a certified dietitian, they don't have people who can just provide coaching and support with these healthy nutrition plans. So nutrition is definitely an arena you want to talk to them about when you're going into a gym owner. Here's another thing to consider, guys, and I didn't even mention this. There's so much information that I want to convey, and we just don't have the time. We're going to start doing a weekly based free fit club here in Newburgh. Here we are, this giant gym, just like most of the gyms out there. Health clubs have space. They have group fitness studios. So we are now going to, or I should say in the near future, we're going to start hosting a free weekly fit club for anybody in the community to come in one evening a week and be taken through a workout. Now, the workouts that we introduce them to could be a Beachbody fitness program, could be our alloy training program, could be one of our Group X classes. It's going to be something associated with the services we offer in the gym. We're going to offer them ongoing coaching if they choose to engage in any of the services. So as a gym, there's an opportunity to say, okay, we can run a fit club now using Beachbody fitness programs and letting people know that if they want to subscribe to On Demand, they'll have access to this free private room. So again, it's another potential opportunity and a way that a gym can embrace this. Let's see. Shonda, when I worked out with a trainer, I would only do 2 days a week. To get real results, what would reflect my work with a trainer? Having an outside daily system and meal plan would make all the difference. Yes, I really got significant results doing 2 to 3 days a week with a trainer, exactly. And that's why the good, successful trainers are diving into the world of coaching, because there's an opportunity in helping people beyond the face-to-face workouts that they're doing with them. So you're right on the money with that. Oh, boy. Sorry, guys. Sorry for cutting out. All right. Thanks, Shay. Yeah, I apologize if I cut out on some of that, guys, but I do have something else I want to share with you, because I get this question all the time from coaches who have gyms in their area. You know what we offer. You know the potential of what it could bring to a gym. So it becomes, how can I even get somebody in authority at the gym to sit down and listen to me? Here's a great approach, and I'm sharing this with you from my perspective as an owner, because I'm inundated all the time with people coming in trying to sell me something. And if somebody came into our gym and said, "Hey, Don, My name's Joe. I live in the community, and I would like to talk to you about an opportunity where I would work for you for free to really help drive more revenue into your facility. Like if somebody came in with that kind of curveball message, I'd be like, come again? The idea of working for me for free, what are you talking about? He would have my attention. And the concept would be one in which if you have a gym or a fitness facility in your area, you know the good that you could bring that gym's members through things like Shakeology and Portion Fix and coaching and support. So if you were to say to that gym owner, look, when it comes to your nutrition programming, I can come in here with a background of coaching to help your members with their food planning, with their supplementation in a way that I'm going to deliver customers to you. And you don't have to pay me to do this. I'm going to partner with you in this initiative. And this is how it'll work. So, this is where you're taking a different approach. You would say to the owner, obviously you'd come in and you would want to share with them a bit of information about, okay, what is Portion Fix? How does it work? I'm sure they've probably seen it. But rather than them getting like, oh, here we go, it's product sales, it becomes, no, look, this is not about product sales. This is about me providing help and support to your members who need nutrition support. So what I would propose to do is come in here free of charge, twice a month, once a week, whatever you feel you can do. And you would meet one-on-one with anybody who wanted to sit down with you for 30 minutes to just talk about what they're doing for nutrition. And if you use the Portion Fix eating plan as your framework for helping them understand how to eat, it's only going to lead to good things. The people are going to get better results. They're going to appreciate the support coming from the gym. And the way you would benefit in this relationship, and the way the gym owner would benefit would be that you would sign the gym owner up. They would become a coach that you partner with. And that concept of partnering, say, look, I want to partner with you in this, where I know, Mr. Gym Owner, that you're very busy running the gym. You don't have time to build a Beachbody business. What I'm suggesting is that I would come in and work hand in hand with your members, and anybody who is engaging in our programs would be your customers. So you're signing up the customers for the gym owner, not for you. All you're doing is creating volume for your business. So the gym owner signs up, you start setting up shake and share events. Tell them you want to come in and set up a free shake and share event once or twice a month. Where you come in, you provide the product, you provide the marketing, you provide the nice fancy table and the setup to get members to go, hey, what is this? You do all of that because you have the skills and the knowledge and the know-how. The gym owner's not gonna. But anybody that's becoming a customer of Shakeology is going to the gym owner. So all of a sudden the gym owner's seeing, again, non-dues revenue. They're seeing income come in from the work you're doing in their gym, and he's not having to pay you. Once that starts to happen, I guarantee you they're gonna look to build your relationship in working with them. And I've thought about that so many times, about how if a coach ever came in, before I became a Beachbody coach, if I had been approached by somebody who said, look, I want to come in and share for free this incredible nutrition product. You don't have to do anything. I'm going to come in and set up the table. I would ask that we can put out a promotional flyer, and anybody who becomes a customer, it's your business. And you're just helping that gym owner. That to me is how you could really start to make some inroads and build relationships with fitness facilities in your immediate area, if that makes sense. All right. All right, guys. Was there anything else? I didn't mean to go into so much detail, but I mean, I'll keep asking or answering questions if you have them. The purpose of this call was really the hope that the leaders that be can start to understand that, man, we gotta just shift our messaging a bit. And if we do, perhaps there's another whole world of initiatives that can unfold to grow Team Beachbody, give coaches more opportunity within the Fit Pro world, and it just becomes a home run for everybody involved, and it helps a lot more people. I've even thrown up the suggestion that because there's some 5-star and above coach leaders who come from the gym owner world, the Fit Pro world, but there's not a lot. And my feeling is that corporate doesn't really get the messages that they should hear from that world. And if we had some type of committee of gym owners, Fit Pros who are 5-star diamond and above, a committee that could also really come together with ideas and initiatives that the corporate leaders could kind of hear and go, we never thought of it that way. I think that would lead to more inroads. And it would also help their live formats. They're trying to get these live formats into the gyms, and it's not going to go the way they want if they don't shift the messaging that's going on out there. So that's basically it in a nutshell. I can't thank you guys enough. I'll hang out for a few more minutes. If anybody has any other questions, I'm here. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Patrick, thank you for the anniversary message. I will put the recording up on the wall by tomorrow morning, for sure. Just see if there's any other questions that came in. That's it. Cool, guys. Thanks a million. Keep up your great work. You guys inspire me every day with what you do. I wish I had the time sometimes to do the stuff that you guys are doing. It's just it's a lot to juggle with this gym and then the Beachbody business, but I'm determined to bring these two worlds together. We'll see you soon.